the hell's going on, YouTube? Beautiful day to go into the weekend on. We got a little economic update, a little political update. Let's do the economic one first. Like I said, it's nothing crazy. Just yesterday, I know most of the video was about housing sales being all-time low, and today we get a little. As I walk out of work, I'm scrolling through Twitter. I see Goldman Sachs is laying off 1,300 people. 4% of their total workforce. If you don't know what Goldman Sachs is, the bank, investment firm, whatever it is, it's all those things. They manage a lot of fucking money. That's what it is. If you have an Apple credit card, that's who owns your credit card, Goldman Sachs. And it's really not a huge deal, but this is just another in a string of companies laying people off. And I thought this could be tied in. I kind of was watching a video. They brought up the headline about college and how much people anticipate getting paid, job market, all these things. I mean, it's wild out here. If you're, especially, I don't know what your job, you probably have a finance degree or something like that. I think these companies, like the big banks and tech companies, if you have a degree that's like computer science, finance, anything like that, if you work for one of these big companies, you can get paid a lot of money, but they will fire your ass so fast. These companies in general can move quicker, it seems like, than other ones, especially tech. Tech is wild because they'll just fire so many people in one shot. But we've been watching the unemployment. If you've been watching the videos, you've been hearing me talk about it. We're ticking up. I mean, to lay off 4% of your workforce as a company that's that big, I mean, 1,300 people isn't nothing. And I mean, they might be able to find new jobs. I know the job market supposedly is still hot, but we'll see. That would suck. I don't know what it's like to be fired, laid off, whatever you want to call it, but it can't feel good. And on the political side of things, we got our first Kamala Harris interview, baby. We got retards flying on the highway. Guy behind me doesn't realize that you should probably go into the fast lane if you want to go fast on, not try to pass people in the slow lane. It's tough out here for these people. They have a hard time. I can't. Don't want to incriminate myself on the video, do I? But I'm in the slow lane and everybody's fucking flying, so don't blame me. Well, we got the sit down, got the interview from Kamala. It was pre-taped, which is no surprise. I mean, I don't know what we think we're going to get out of the shit like this. Like, it's just not good. I did listen to Hassan talk about it. He thought it was bad. And I listened to Shapiro talk about it, and he thought it was bad. So that means I would say it was probably not that great overall. I listened through a good chunk of it. I mean, it's literally just nonsense. There's no substance to it whatsoever. I mean, you can say the same thing about most of the shit Trump does, honestly, when he's talking. When they have these debates, when they have the interviews, there is not a whole lot of substance normally. But at least, I'll give it to Trump, at least he's entertaining, so it's kind of maybe funny to listen to or something, but she's just not personable in any way, in my opinion. If you disagree and you like listening to that shit, go ahead. But I mean, there was multiple times she just spits out a jumble of words that mean nothing after you ask her a question. This is just classic politician shit in general, but she is really bad at it. Like, I'll never understand why politicians, especially, I think CNN's doing the interview, so it's not like it's a hostile interview. I'm so surprised that these politicians don't just give an answer. Just answer the fucking question. Like, it's the same thing with the debate that Biden and Trump had. It's just nobody answers a damn question. Like, I don't even know what it would be like to listen to a politician give a straightforward answer. Or even, like, it'd be so wild to listen to a politician give a yes or no answer, because it never happens. It just never happens. And it's never going to happen. I don't know why. They spend all this time, especially we're doing it a lot right now. I don't know if Trump tries to say he's, like, one of the regular people. He'll definitely say shit where he's like, I'm fighting for the regular people or whatever. They hate me because they hate you type shit, whatever you want to say, but I don't think he's trying to masquerade as a normal person. It's obvious he's a billionaire. He doesn't identify with you really at all. So it's pretty obvious. But right now, Kamala and Timmy Walls are trying to tell you they're just like you. They're just regular people. He's a football coach. She's a grandmother, whatever. She loves cooking. Whatever the fuck they're saying, I don't know. It's like she's a multimillionaire. Her husband's rich as fuck. Tim Walz, supposedly he's normal. I don't know really. I don't really care. He's the VP. Who gives a shit? But we'll watch. We can watch his net worth. If they get elected, watch his net worth go from, oh, Mister, he doesn't have any retirement besides his school pension or whatever, to being like a multi-millionaire, like really, really fast. It won't take too long. It won't take too long at all. Looks like we got some kind of traffic jam up here, boys. Got to throw that Hezzies on. Okay, no, we're not. That's too annoying. I just hope everybody can see it from behind me. They spend all this time to show they're normal, they're regular, they're just like you, average Joe type shit, whatever. As if that, I guess, gets people on board with their political message, whatever. They want you to identify with them, that's fine. But if you talk to a normal person, for the most part, especially if it's a cordial conversation, like this is an interview, so it's obviously a little different. But if you're trying to get at somebody and ask them some questions and actually talk to some people, you want an answer. Like, it's a little accidente, huh? They fucked up. Somebody fucked up. You want an answer out of somebody. Yes or no, it works. And especially like when you're talking to somebody regular, they don't just blab on without ever giving you an answer. Or if they do, like, I don't know, if this happens to you while you're talking to like a friend of yours, you're going to be like, just answer the fucking question. Somebody answer the question. The one question I just remember listening to just a second ago was like, the girl Dana asks Kamala if she supports the Green New Deal still. And she's like, well, I worked on this, and climate change is a serious issue. And it's like, you just immediately divert from the question. Yes, I still support the Green New Deal. Why won't you just say that? That's what you think. Like, anybody who's paying attention knows you think that. It would be nice if you just tell the people that's what you think. Inform the people. It's not that hard. They did a very similar thing on the border shit, where they're asking her about the border and she just deflects immediately. Like I said, this happens every time a politician talks. Like, it's not unusual for politicians to do this. It's just extremely annoying is all. And it's never going to change. More than anything, I wish we could get like a actual sit-down interview. It'd be great if it was a debate, like a 4-hour podcast of the presidential candidates to sit down. Any politician that would sit down that long, it would be so obvious that these people are so weird. Like, they want to be normal. Oh, they're normal. They're not normal. They're nothing. They're nothing like you in any way. Don't fall for this dumb shit. And it'd be so nice to just listen to them talk. Like, I don't care. You don't have to be normal. I don't give a fuck. I want to know what you're going to do and how it impacts me. That's all I care about. And impacts everybody else, obviously. Like, if you do something that doesn't impact me personally, but impacts so many other people negatively, I don't want any part of it. We're never going to get that. You're never going to get these people sitting down. They can't, because they'll fucking blow it. Because she almost blows that. It's a pre-taped interview. Supposedly it was 40-some minutes long, actually, the original cut, and they had them cut it down by like half and trim out a bunch of stuff. And she didn't even look good in the parts they kept. So if her campaign is trimming shit, you know it was awful. It's just awful. It's because, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they're stupid. I don't claim to be the smartest person on the earth or anything like that. It's not like that. But you can hear it in the way they speak. I can't imagine this is this hard, man. Like, I'm talking off the top of my head right now. I could still give you answer. If you ask me a question, I could just give you an answer and tell you what I think. It's not that difficult. These people, I got the fucking heat on in here. No wonder it's fucking so hot. These people will just rattle on about nothing, and then the interviewer doesn't follow up in any way to be like, hey, you didn't even answer the question at all. Can you answer that? But maybe it's because they're dumb, like they're actually stupid. Like, I don't think Trump is a smart guy really either. Like, I think if you start with a lot of money, it's really not that hard to get more money. Like, it's just not. Maybe he's business-minded, but I mean, I've met people that are rich or business people. You don't have to be smart to do it. It's not that. But their people skills, Trump has them, Kamala doesn't. I mean, people hate Trump, but that's not because his people skills are lacking. it's because his policies or the way they painted him or whatever. He has charisma, I would say, at a minimum. She does not have that. And it makes me just annoyed to listen to somebody just talk around a question. It annoys me when anybody does it. I would assume it annoys you because nobody likes listening to somebody just fucking blabber, which I'm doing right now, so call me hypocritical if you want, that's fine. But why can't they just sit down and answer the questions honestly? It's because if they answered honestly, they're going to lose a bunch of support. Because if she came out and said, yes, I was in charge of the border and I fucking blew it and let the most people in of all time in our presidency or whatever, people would be like, yeah, that wasn't that good. I can't remember. What was the other instance? They tried to call Tim Walz on the stolen valor people are saying, but I mean, he just misspoke, I thought, where he said he was basically talking about being deployed, carrying a weapon of war, in war, whatever the fuck. He never got deployed. But they asked him in the interview, one of your campaign people said you misspoke. Can you confirm that? And then he talks around the question. Just say yes. It's not that hard. If you just admitted it, people would not fault you for it. I mean, people who already don't like you wouldn't fault you for it. But anybody with a level head would be like, of course he misspoke. Like, people, if you talk that much, you're going to misspeak at some point. Just clarify it. Immediately, you should have clarified it. You should have came out the next day with a little statement and be like, hey, this was brought to my attention. I misspoke. I was never deployed. That's not what I meant. Here's what I meant to say. Done. Easy. I don't know what's so difficult about that. But I think it's because they're dumb. And we live in this era of if you admit you're wrong, it's like it's the end of all time or whatever, I guess. But the thing that stood out the most to me was, like, we all know Joey B is an old man that is fallen off completely beyond repair. He's still the president of the United States, which is wild as fuck. I guess he's just on vacation all day, every day, just chills in Delaware. I don't know who's running the country. Kamala's campaigning, and Biden's on the beach, so I don't know where we're at. Maybe the deep state's running it. We got that going on. Holler at Alex Jones, who's running it. Ask him. The thing that's so funny is in this interview, she's just praising Biden. And the first thing she says, it's the same thing when Biden did it with his kid, his son. She's like, he's so smart. He's just so intelligent. Talking about Biden. And it's like, bitch, would you shut up? That makes me know for a fact you're an idiot. If you think he is smart, he can't even talk. Yes, he was smart back in the day. He was a good speaker, blah, blah. What do you want? Whatever you want to say. Right now, he's an idiot. He can't even speak. He doesn't even know where he's at. He walks the wrong direction and shit. Right now, I don't even know where he's at. I don't know the latest Biden update. Where's the president? Nobody knows. They're calling some of the dumbest people I've ever seen in my life intelligent. Words like intelligent, super smart. It's just like, dude, it doesn't take a genius to see that they're lying. Either they're so stupid that they think she's so stupid that she thinks Biden's smart, or she's lying. Neither of them are good. It's all bad. So who knows? I don't know. I would love to see him sit down for a longer period. No trimming. Live questions. Hard questions. Ask everybody the hardest question. It should be so easy. You should just get two moderators, one for each side. So if you got Trump and Kamala, you should have a Republican moderator and a Democrat moderator. And it's gloves off, basically. As hard of questions as you can ask. I mean, I would say generally be respectful if you like as much as you can. Don't be calling them a bitch on live TV, but honestly, I don't care. Fucking do it if you really want. And it should be 2 hours of the Republican guy asking Kamala questions and 2 hours of the Democrat guy asking Trump questions, and let them go back and forth. Talk it out as long as you want. Because in my mind, if I was a presidential candidate and I knew what I was talking about, that was my job all day. That's all I do is dumb political shit. I should know what I'm talking about. Or at least be able to defend every position I hold a little bit. You can't just not be able to defend it at all because that would look awful, but whatever. And then sit down with them and be like, I'll sit here for 10 hours. You can have 5 hours of my time. I don't care. How much time do you need? Whatever you want. And we'll talk about every single thing. It'd be nice. But it won't ever happen because they would fucking blow it. Because these people I think they're just dumb. I think they're dumb. I don't know what else it could be. I mean, go on Joe Rogan, sit there for 8 hours. It would be the best shit of all time because it would just expose how fucked we really are. That's what it would expose. We're fucked. We're so fucked. There's no way this works out good for all of us. So, hope you guys have a great weekend. Catch you Monday.